Recently, I have felt as though the elements were listening to the gentle whisperings of my heart, sending the rain on the days reserved for books and poetry, sending the sun when my legs longed for a stretch across the earth and sand. Windswept days were sent as reminders to remain firm and steadfast. And on the days when the ocean masqueraded as a lake, it reminded me of the preciousness of silence, the preciousness of stillness. And when my heart whispered of heaviness and shadow, and as the human pieces of me spilled out as they often do, longing to be held and praying for home, in the wind I was carried one single message. My beloved, you never left. For the last 6 weeks, I've been teaching yoga down at the old schoolhouse here in Piha. It's been a really beautiful time, but I don't think I'll continue the classes next term, as it's only really been about 1 or 2 people on any given day. It's actually been really lovely because I've really connected with how much I love teaching in this one-on-one format. Being able to connect in with people's energies and auras and get really particular and specific with how I guide them through this practice. If I'm completely honest, this last week has been a bit of a challenge. I've been recovering my back, which has been sore for the last 6 weeks, and this was the week where I finally decided that I just need to stop and not do anything. So reining in my yoga practice quite a bit and mostly just doing gentle stretches and rehabilitation exercises, as well as not climbing and just like not being as active, which would have been simple enough, but I've also been battling this feeling of not doing and not being active and feeling lazy for that, and trying to navigate feeling purposeful and intentional whilst not doing. Just got back from a little walk with Pip and then sat down and did a little bit of work, had breakfast and got my stuff together because we are going to get our hair done this morning and I'm very excited. Outfit for today, all about the comfort. Everything that I wear, especially like as I get older, I don't want to sacrifice comfort for like looking good. These are from Indigo Luna, they're the little flares, and this is Hara the label. I have a discount code for Hara the label. I literally live in their underwear. I'm actually wearing the matching bottoms. So I've got like my Hara on, and then I've got my Indigo Luna pants. I love these because especially for winter I can bring them like all the way up here so then like my belly is nice and warm. And then also wearing some Skin Studio, my little Skin Studio necklace. I feel like I'm part of the sink. honest, getting a good hairdresser is like such a game changer. I feel like I just look forward to getting my hair done because she just makes me feel and look magic every single time I walk out of that salon. I just went to the countdown to drop off some clothing because I did like a little bit of a clear out of my wardrobe recently. And honestly, most of it's been just like sitting in my car. So it was nice to kind of like clear out the boot and like put all of that into the clothing bin. It is 4:40 now, and I might honestly just cruise home. I was gonna go to the gym and go for a climb, but I don't know. I'm so indecisive, I swear to God. It's like the most painful thing. I wish I could just like think of something and just do it, but nah, I gotta think about it, and then I gotta think of all of the reasons why I shouldn't do it, and then I just like trick myself into doing it eventually. Am I gonna do that? Am I gonna trick myself into doing it? Let's just get on the motorway and I'll decide there. Yeah. So either I'll see you at home or I'll see you at the gym. No. Just put the candle out. Good morning. I just got done doing some nice lovely stretches, a little gentle morning yoga class, fresh cup of coffee. I've been trying to do some gentle morning yoga and stretches just because like my back has been sore for like 6 weeks and I feel like I've just been getting really frustrated with it. Being in pain is just like such a learning experience. I feel like she knows when I'm filming. She likes to just come and sit like right next to, like right in front of the camera. Oh Jesus, not while I'm holding coffee on the bed. I had this like low back pain for like 6 weeks now. It was nearly better, and then I went surfing again in my last video. I said it as well. I was like, I probably shouldn't go out. I'm probably gonna hurt my back again, but I'll just be gentle. Even when I was gentle, it did not do me any favors. It was worth it though. It was really good stuff. But like I went to the osteo after that. She does like cranial sacral therapy and it was incredible, like so amazing. And my back felt really nice for like the 2 days afterwards, but then I got too confident and I went climbing, and I think I would have been fine, but I did this route that was a bit of a challenge and I ended up falling, and my leg was like kind of caught on one of the rocks in like a weird place, so it kind of tweaked my back again as I like fell, and so I threw it out again. So for the last couple of days and over the weekend it was just really sore, like, and really tight, and just to the point where it hurt to stand up, it hurt to lay down. Sunday night after I went climbing and I went into like a child's pose, and I have never had so much pain in child's pose before, and it was really confronting. I almost feel like it was like a death and a rebirth moment, because it was a moment of your body is going to fade one day and you're not going to be able to move the same, and your body's going to decay and it's going to get old and it's going to be broken and sore, and like that's just part of life and it's inevitable. And the more you attach yourself to your body in its current state, with its current range of motion and its abilities, the more attached to that you get, then like the harder it's going to be to let go when eventually it does start to disintegrate. And so it was like this moment of like surrender almost, of like, okay, this is just, we're just in pain and I have to be okay with that right now. And obviously it's not about like being in pain and just like letting yourself suffer. Like there's obviously things that I'm doing to try and remedy it. I'm going back to the osteo this week again for another follow-up appointment, and I'm just like resting and doing some like light movement, gentle stretches. I'm trying to build up my like core strength and glute strength again to like support my low back muscles. I got my whole like desk set up to be like ergonomic because I know that I'm like, my posture when I'm sitting and editing is atrocious. So obviously it's like do as much as you can to move freely and comfortably and to sit in ease, but also don't attach yourself to the outcome. And that's just it. It's like yoga is just like this practice of non-attachment to all outcomes, which even is like the attachment to your physical body and the abilities in which it's able to do in this moment, because they too are prone to impermanence and decay. So yeah, it was like quite an intense moment. I was in child's pose and I just like cried, and it was really nice actually, because I feel like sometimes you just have to let out a big cry. I actually feel like it was a lot of emotional tension stored in my low back and my hip area that was being released during that time. And sometimes like low back pain can be very much related to that feeling of instability and that feeling of like your survival being threatened, not feeling safe, not feeling like you can express your emotions in a safe environment, which is just like all the theme of this Cancer new moon as well. I feel like I'm pulling in so many different things here, but whatever, we're on a rambling tangent. But like the Cancer new moon, for instance, right, it's all about letting your emotions be expressed. It's all about recognizing your inner child and what they need, and when they feel the feelings, you know, when they feel all of the emotions, the pain, the anguish, the anger, like how do they need to be, how do you need to hold space so that your inner child can express themselves freely, and to have those emotions seen and heard and recognized and eventually moved through, as opposed to just trying to squash them. And it's a big part of my like inner child healing journey, is my emotions and allowing them to be expressed and to feel safe to express them, because when I was younger I was a very emotional child a lot of like grief and sadness and anger, and I was either like made fun of for it, or I was told to just like go away and deal with it and not come back until it was done. So as an adult now, it's a lot about like how can I properly express that, because now as an adult, whenever I have like these intense emotions arise, I have this feeling of like I can't let people see them, because they're either going to make fun of me for them, or I'm going to be rejected and pushed away because of them. So I need to like either get over them as quickly as possible, or just like squash them out completely. So it's like, how can I hold space for my own emotional expression and be able to let those emotions out and be seen and feel safe to have them seen. Anyways, that was a bit of a ramble, but it is Wednesday today. Just working from home today. It's a bit overcast and dreary, but that's okay. It's actually kind of nice and quiet and like calm. Getting my desk properly set up with like the whole ergonomic, like the arm that comes up that holds my laptop and like the keyboard and mouse and stuff, so good. Like already noticing such a change in like my posture and just how like my back doesn't just feel squashed. Like there's just like, I think there's been this feeling of just like compression in the area that is like not very surprisingly sore right now. But so grateful for Daniel for getting on my ass about that, because I was just like so slack. I don't know, like I spend a lot of time in the office, so I really should have made it a priority a long time ago, but I just feel like I prefer spending my money on other things besides my office setup. But I'm so glad that I did it, because like it's actually been really, really good. So very thankful for Daniel. He pretty much like sent me everything to buy. He's the mastermind behind all of that. So great having a little tech husband. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do at the moment Is to put on like a Harry Potter rainy day ambience on the laptop and read by candlelight. So I'm just lighting some candles. I'm actually gonna make a cup of tea as well. I'm just gonna sit here and read to the beautiful sounds of winter rainy day Harry Potter.